Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we have some news coming from Carnival Cruise Line as they discuss their tipping policy, as well as changes to dining venues on the Carnival Jubilee. We have Royal Caribbean announcing, yeah, if you have a free cruise, you're going to have to start shelling out a little bit of money for it. So yeah, a lot to talk about. So first off, let's talk about the tipping policy. A passenger wrote into John Heald talking about if the cruise line was to go to automatic tipping, which they do, right? The gratuities are automatically included on your cruise, but do not allow passengers to adjust or remove them by going down to guest services. Now, this is a very argumentative policy, right? In a way, when you think about it, many people like myself, I just count gratuities as part of my cruise fare. I automatically consider it, this is the price of cruising. I know it's tipping people and it's going to a variety of people. It doesn't just go to your stateroom attendant. It doesn't just go to your waiter in the restaurant. It goes to the chefs. It goes to the people in the laundry room. It goes to room service people. It goes to a lot of people behind the scenes that we never see. So I never ever in my life have removed gratuities from anything. If anything, if I have a bad interaction perhaps with my stateroom attendant, if I do not like my stateroom attendant, which by the way, hasn't happened in a long time, then I would consider not leaving an extra tip afterwards. But this person was warning cruise lines, Carnival Cruise Line, don't you dare get rid of that option because you'll lose a ton of customers because I remove them every time. And I go, that's somebody who's a little self-absorbed, a little one line, I think tipping only does this for one person, but we'll have to wait and see. Carnival says there's no change. Who told you we're thinking about changing our policy where you cannot adjust gratuities? Because gratuities are optional. There is no law out there saying that anyone can charge automatic gratuities and not have you able to remove them, even restaurants on shore. Just an FYI. They can choose not to serve you, but they can't refuse you not to tip. Next we have Princess Cruise Line. The Crown Princess is adjusting a lot of its sailings coming up at the end of next year. It is deciding to send the ship into dry dock, a much needed dry dock for these older ships. As we mentioned when we were on the Caribbean Princess, still a beautiful ship, but she really could use a new dry dock and a new refresh, and the Crown Princess is the exact same way. The dry dock is expected to go about 3 months, so it's going to be a pretty major refurbishment on board the Crown Princess. I can't wait to see what she looks like when she comes out of that dry dock. She'll look pristine once again. Have you ever also won a free cruise in the casino or been offered free cruises when you're gambling with Royal Caribbean? Well, Royal Caribbean sort of has a little bit of a problem. They will send out these offers to people and here's a free cruise, here's a free, and sometimes some people, because they gamble so much, will get 5 or 6 free cruise offers and they'll book them all. And then they'll go to one and they don't show up at the other 4. Well, what happens there is they don't have a chance to resell that cabin. That cabin remains empty. The cruise line is not making any money from those empty cabins, or even people canceling within a day or 2 days of the sailing. Again, that's not enough time for Royal Caribbean to put more people into those cabins. So what they've done now is, starting on September 5th of this year, they will be now asking people to give a $200 deposit to hold that cabin for these free cruises. Now, if you cancel, 7 days or earlier than that cruise, that money will be refunded to you. When you go on the cruise, that money is automatically given to you as refundable onboard credits that you can use at your leisure while you're sailing, right? You can load it into the casino and get your $200 back that way. So what they've done is they sent this letter out to people who have recently not shown up for those cruises. So they sent out a letter saying, we're reaching out to let you know that in the past 12 months you have canceled within 2 days of your sailing or not shown up at all at the pier for your casino reservation. And then they go on to state the new policy that under the new casino Royal Caribbean Cruise no-show and cancellation policies effective September 5th, you will be assessed a $200 US deposit on all active casino reservations sailing on or after September 5th. So yeah, even if you have booked one now in the future, if you're one of these people who were no-shows in the past 12 months, they're going to be reaching out to you for $200 deposits to hold those reservations. Now, I still think it's a pretty generous, casino policy. Here's $200, you get it back when you get on the ship, or you have within 7 days of your cruise, not like a normal final payment date, which is 90 to 120 days. 7 days within your cruise. I think that is a very fair policy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Next, let's talk about the Carnival Jubilee. Carnival Jubilee has just about to finish her inaugural sailing out there, and by all accounts, a very successful inaugural sailing. People seem to love these XL class ships on Carnival, but one of the things they have always offered on these ships for that first inaugural season is free dining at 2 dining venues, the Cucina de Capitano and Chebang. Well, that's coming to an end very soon. I believe September 7th of this year. That will now come to an end, and you will now be able to get 1 free meal at these dining venues, and then each additional meal after that will cost you $8 per person. Now, $8 per person for a specialty dining menu is pretty darn good. I challenge you to find me anywhere else you can have a full meal for $8 anywhere nowadays. I don't think I could go to McDonald's and get an $8 meal anymore. Pretty sure I couldn't. I couldn't here in Canada, that's for sure. So I still think this is a really good value. They gave it free introducing these restaurants on these ships, and now you still get one. You still get 1 free dining, and then it'll cost you $8 per person after that. Still a very good deal when you consider, for instance, that if you liked Rudy's on board the Sea Grill, well, that's going to cost you about $49 for adults, and it will cost you like $15 for children. So less, half the price of a cost of a child to dine in these venues. Not a bad deal at all. Well, let me know what you guys think. Do you think tipping gratuities should just be included in the cruise line and then we don't worry about it anymore? Or do you think everyone should still have the opportunity to take it out? And have you ever removed gratuities from the cruise? Have you ever refused to pay gratuities on your cruise? Curious. I've never done that in my life, no matter how bad the service was, because I know it goes to more people than the person who gave me the bad service. And I would feel bad for those folks. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.